So I've seen this ridiculous thing happen over the many years I've been in the Fortnite competitive space. That people complain once they get into certain tournaments that are really stressful, they end up having problems with choking shots, choking edits, shaking, or all three. And they really want to fix this because while they think it's utterly destroying their success in tournaments, right? So maybe, let's try find some creative map that I can practice my edits in, like maybe edit course map, because that'll make me choke less edits, right? And maybe we should do some 200 pump only maps, because that'll make me choke less shots, right? Well, believe it or not, this makes no sense and you're approaching it completely wrong. Let me know, when you're by yourself in an edit course map in the zone all warmed up, do you choke edits like you would in a tournament? Probably not. Okay, what about when you're in a 1v1 Angel map and you're like in the zone after being warmed up? Do you choke heaps of shots in that like you would in your tournaments? Nah, you don't, bro. Your problem is the different environment and levels of stress. It infuriates me when I see people choke shots and edits in a stressful tournament, and so they go into a super chill, zero stress environment like an edit course map by themselves alone and think, boom, that'll fix all my problems.
Are you serious right now, bro?
The best way to get better in stressful environments is to be deep into those stressful environments as much as possible. And if you do realize now, oh, that's actually a really good point, Vujcich, I agree. But now you're thinking, wait, so what do I do? I highly recommend doing tokens or wages, whatever you call them. And if you do know what that is, a quick description is that it's basically just a normal 1v1 realistic or 2v2 realistic, whatever it is, but there's money on the line. And for example, you might be like, okay, it's $1 head for this, and that means whoever loses has to give $1 to the winner. And it can be any amount, obviously. And as a disclaimer, if you're watching this Epic Games, this is just a joke, okay? Anyways, tokens are so good for getting used to stress because, well, money is on the line, so you're both now trying really hard. And if you're thinking, why don't I just play normal realistics and just say try hard to each other? Because that's the same thing, right? Just no money. No, bro, it is so different. I remember when I used to play Fortnite competitive and I was fine with them, I just wasn't nervous at all. But it was because I knew me and my opponent had no expectations of each other. Because I knew if one of us didn't really try that hard or one of us did some weird edit coursing playstyle that you wouldn't do in a tournament, like just trolling around, going for edits, etc. It's like, yeah, that's fine because it's not a wager, there's nothing on the line, we're just chilling, having fun, you know. But once I did wagers, it was a whole different world, bro. I was now nervous while me and my opponent were playing exactly like we would do in a tournament. Like with that slow, methodical, box fighty type of playstyle you'll see in a tournament. And boom, I'd actually start choking my shots and edits, which I usually wouldn't do in a normal realistic. Which, that's exactly what we want. To practice in stressful environments. Your problem isn't that you haven't practiced editing and aiming enough, but it's that you haven't practiced editing and aiming in stressful environments enough.